What's going on, guys? It's Jonah with Toasty DIY. Today I wanted to give you guys some photography tips for beginning car photographers. I shoot with a Sony a7 IV with a Sigma 24-70 2.8. I'm just gonna give you about 5 or 6 tips for beginning photographers that wanted to shoot some cars. That's my main area of photography, so kind of give you some pointers as to what helped me out whenever I started learning. All right, so the first tip I want to tell you guys about is using a polarizer, or a CPL filter is what they normally will call it. Polarizer filter is really important because it's going to eliminate a lot of the reflections that a lot of cars end up having against the paint. So being able to twist this will allow you to kind of change where the reflection is eliminated at on the camera. It really helps giving you a more cleaner, sleeker look on the car that will help kind of emphasize the detail on it. So I'll show a before and after picture as well of this on and off, so you can kind of see what you gain from getting one. There's a couple cheap options out there and a couple expensive ones. Just depending on how nice of one you want, you can kind of go all out or not. This is just an Amazon one. It does the job just fine. Second tip is going to be to get low to the ground. Just overall changing where you take the picture at. It's going to make the car look a little more aggressive than just taking it at a standard eye level height. Most people are going to see cars at eye level when they're walking by and everything. So being low to the ground and getting a perspective that most people won't see every day, really going to help kind of set your photography apart and catch the eye. Again, I'll show a picture of standard eye level height and then low height, so you can kind of see what you gain from getting a bit low to the ground. Third tip I want to talk about is going to be your ISO, shutter speed, and aperture. Understanding these 3 pillars of photography can really help bring your photography game to the next level. Getting comfortable with that, watching a few videos on proper way to set up. Fourth tip I wanted to talk about, don't be afraid to bump up that ISO. You'll hear a lot of the times that, keep your ISO as low as possible, keep it at 100. It's like a last resort to up that ISO. Don't be afraid to up it, because even at the end of the day, if you're posting to social media or anything like that, having a little bit of grain with your ISO being higher up is totally fine. And it's worth it to kind of keep a higher shutter speed with maybe a bit of a higher ISO. That way you keep a nice sharp image and not have a blurry one at the end of the day. So yeah, don't be afraid to bump that ISO up and bring that exposure up, which would make it easier for you to post edit. So, and my last tip I wanted to show with you all is going to be, make sure you understand what you gain from different focal lengths. So again, mine is a 24-70 Sigma. So I have 24 mils at the bottom and then 70 at the end. And based on where you shoot and in this focal range, you're gonna get a bit of a different image. Even if the car is framed perfectly on both images, your 70 is gonna have more of a compressed background, while your 24 is going to have more of a wide angle background, and it's going to kind of stretch everything out. So it's really important to understand this when you're trying to get a certain look. Your 70, like I said, is going to have more of a flat background. It's going to look a little more flat, whereas it's kind of bow out and have more of a wide angle look on the 24. So messing around with all these ranges is really going to help kind of give your photography a bit of a different look. So again, just mess around with that if you have a zoom lens. If not, a prime lens is a really good option still. But I like the versatility of this guy here. Well, guys, that about wraps it up for my video on some beginning tips. Hope you enjoyed. Again, I'll show a couple more pictures of the photography I've taken, and then you can follow my Instagram at Z33Jonah. You can kind of see some of the photography I've taken of my car over the past couple months. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks.